We're on the road this morning. Can you guess where we're at? A little bit dark in here. That's right. We're in the Red River Gorge. We'll hit some trails on Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway. One of the most remarkable features along the Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway is the knot of tunnel that we just passed through, often called the gateway to the gorge. This 900-foot hand-carved tunnel was built in 1910 by the Dana Lumber Company to serve as a railroad tunnel to move timber from the dense forests of what is now the Daniel Boone National Forest. Workers used dynamite, hand tools, and mule teams to carve this narrow passage through solid limestone. My name is Will, so ride along with me as we explore some of the northern sections of the byway. In this video, we'll discuss the area's history and the importance of preservation. The Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway is more than just a trail. It's a passage through time, history, and the untamed beauty of Kentucky's wilderness. This byway weaves through the rugged landscapes of the Red River Gorge and the Daniel Boone National Forest, offering off-road adventurers a chance to explore a region rich in both natural splendor and historical significance. The byway takes its name from legendary frontiersman Daniel Boone, who blazed trails through the Appalachian wilderness in the late 18th century. This area was once a crucial corridor for Native American tribes and later for European settlers pushing westward into the unknown. Today, the byway preserves the spirit of exploration that Boone embodied, inviting modern adventurers to experience the wild, unspoiled terrain that has changed little since those early days. The history of off-roading in the Red River Gorge area of Kentucky is intertwined with the region's natural terrain, cultural developments, and evolving recreational interests. Over the years, the rugged landscape, originally carved out for industrial purposes, has become a hotspot for off-roading enthusiasts. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Red River Gorge area, part of the broader Appalachian region, was heavily utilized for logging and mining. Companies constructed a network of rough, unpaved roads to transport timber, coal, and other resources. These roads, designed for heavy machinery and logging trucks, were some of the first paths that would later be used for recreational off-roading. As logging and mining operations declined in the mid-20th century, these old roads and trails, many of which were unmaintained, became less frequented. However, their challenging and remote nature began to attract adventurers and outdoor enthusiasts who saw potential for recreational use, including off-roading. The 60s and 70s saw a surge in the popularity of off-road vehicles like Jeeps, dirt bikes, and later ATVs. These vehicles allowed people to explore the rugged, off-the-beaten-path areas that were otherwise inaccessible. The Red River Gorge's challenging terrain with its mix of steep hills, rocky trails, and muddy paths provided an ideal setting for this growing hobby. During this time, off-roading in the Red River Gorge area was largely informal. People would explore the existing logging roads and trails, and the sport grew through word of mouth and local clubs. The area became known as a place where off-roaders could test their skills and vehicles against the challenging Appalachian landscape. By the 1980s, the growing popularity of off-roading began to raise environmental concerns. The Red River Gorge is part of the Daniel Boone National Forest, a region known for its ecological diversity, fragile ecosystems, and unique geological formations. Unregulated off-roading led to erosion, habitat destruction, and damage to the landscape, prompting action from conservation groups and the U.S. Forest Service. In response, the U.S. Forest Service and other regulatory bodies began to implement more stringent controls on off-roading activities in the area. Certain trails were closed or restricted to protect the environment, and designated off-road trails were established to balance recreational use with conservation efforts. The focus shifted towards sustainable off-roading practices with an emphasis on minimizing environmental impact. In recent years, efforts have been made to formalize off-roading routes within the Red River Gorge area. One of the key developments was the creation of the Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway. This byway, established around 2016, is a designated trail system of old county roads, logging paths, and trails specifically curated for off-road vehicles. It was designed to preserve the history of the area while providing a controlled and sustainable environment for off-roading. The establishment of the byway and other off-road routes has helped boost tourism in the region, attracting off-road enthusiasts from across the country. Local businesses such as rental services, guided tours, and camping facilities have flourished as a result. The off-roading community has also become more organized with clubs and events that promote responsible use and stewardship of the trails. Off-roading has become a key part of the outdoor culture in the Red River Gorge area, contributing to the region's identity as a hub for adventure and exploration. The history of off-roading here reflects a broader narrative of how outdoor recreation has evolved, balancing the thrill of exploration with the need to protect and preserve the natural environment. The Red River Gorge area remains a premier destination for off-roading, offering both a challenging experience and a connection to the region's historical roots. As you explore the Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway, it's crucial to remember that this land is both a natural treasure and a living piece of history. The rugged beauty of the Red River Gorge and the Daniel Boone National Forest is fragile. The impact of off-roading can be significant if not done responsibly. Visitors are encouraged to follow the tread lightly principles, staying on designated trails, avoiding the creation of new paths, and minimizing their impact on the environment. This responsible approach ensures that the byway remains a place of adventure and discovery for future generations, preserving the landscapes that have drawn explorers for centuries. The Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway is more than just a trail. It's a tribute to the spirit of exploration that has defined this region for centuries. From the days of Daniel Boone to the era of logging and mining industries, and now to the off-road enthusiasts who come to challenge themselves against the terrain. This byway is a living link to Kentucky's past. As you navigate its rocky paths, ford its creeks, and marvel at the towering cliffs, remember that you are part of this ongoing story. By treading lightly and respecting the land, you help to ensure that the Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway remains a wild and wonderful place for generations to come. If you're interested in helping keeping these valuable trails open, I ask that you attend one of the several events throughout the year that directly impact the growth and sustainability of the Daniel Boone BackCountry Byway. Notable ones being the Back the Byway events held every spring and fall, and Overland the Red held every October, and the most recently added Overland Adventure Summit. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. And remember, keep dropping pins and making memories.